There was a time, not long ago, when one device controlled the global economy. A phone carried by presidents. A phone CEO slept beside. A phone so addictive it earned a nickname the company never escaped: BlackBerry. At its peak, BlackBerry was worth $80 billion. It held 43% of America's smartphone market, and it connected 85 million users worldwide. Then, almost overnight, it all disappeared. This is a story of innovation, lawsuits, outages, government pressure, and a collapse so sudden it reshaped the smartphone industry forever. This is Signal Lost. Time period: 1984 to 1995. Before BlackBerry became a global titan, it was two young engineers, Mike Lazaridis and Douglas Fregan, in a tiny Ontario office called Research in Motion. They weren't dreaming of phones. They were dreaming of instant wireless communication. They built modems, LED machines, credit card tech, small products. But each one pushed them closer to a future no one else saw, a world where messages moved at the speed of thought. Their revenue was small, some years only a few million, but their ambition was enormous, and soon it would change everything. Time period: 1996 to 1998. RIM launched the interactive pager, the first handheld device that could send and receive email. To the world, it looked like a specialized toy. To corporate America, it was a revolution. Doctors could respond instantly. Banks could move faster. Executives felt connected in a way they never had before. Revenue leaped to $66 million by 1998. But with that success came danger. RIM didn't know it yet, but their wireless email technology had tripped over someone else's patents. A small Virginia firm named NTP was preparing a lawsuit that would nearly erase BlackBerry before its rise even began. Time period: 1999 to 2002. BlackBerry 850. Push email. A new era. Corporate America adopted BlackBerry faster than any mobile device in history. Revenue rocketed. 2002, $294 million. 2003, $594 million. 2004, $1.35 billion. But the legal storm hit. NTP sued RIM for patent infringement. Federal courts threatened to shut down BlackBerry service nationwide. The US government stepped in, because even federal officials used BlackBerries. RIM settled for $612.5 million, a devastating financial blow. But the company survived. For now. Time period: 2003 to 2006. This was the empire. The Bold, the Curve, the Pearl, BlackBerry Messenger, the first mainstream encrypted messaging platform. By 2006, BlackBerry had 5 million subscribers and 70% of the enterprise market. Executives typed on it during board meetings. Politicians typed on it during debates. Even celebrities couldn't put it down. But BlackBerry's biggest strength, encryption, was about to become one of its biggest problems. Governments in the Middle East and Asia began raising alarms. Messages were too secure, too private, too impossible to monitor. BlackBerry was about to enter geopolitical warfare. Time period: 2007. Steve Jobs walked onto a California stage and held up the first iPhone, a touchscreen phone, no keyboard, an app-based future. BlackBerry executives dismissed it instantly. "No one wants a touchscreen," they said. "Business users need real keyboards. Apple doesn't understand enterprise." And at that moment, the numbers supported their confidence. BlackBerry owned 44% of the US smartphone market. The company still felt untouchable. But while BlackBerry ignored Apple, another crisis grew louder. The UAE declared BlackBerry a national security threat. Saudi Arabia joined them. India demanded access to encrypted BBM chats. Indonesia, Lebanon, and Pakistan issued similar warnings. These countries all said the same thing: BlackBerry's encryption prevents lawful surveillance. Threats of bans escalated. UAE announced a full shutdown date for BlackBerry services. Saudi Arabia prepared to block BBM entirely. India demanded BlackBerry build local servers so their intelligence agencies could intercept messages. BlackBerry was trapped. If they refused, they would lose entire regions. If they agreed, they would compromise the very security they advertised to the world. Eventually, BlackBerry made quiet concessions, limited lawful access for certain governments, local data handling agreements, metadata sharing protocols. Privacy advocates accused BlackBerry of folding. Enterprises worried that their communication might now be monitored. BlackBerry was now under attack from two sides: Apple from the front, governments from the back, and the worst was still coming. Time period: 2008 to 2009. Under pressure from Verizon to create an iPhone killer, BlackBerry rushed to build their first touchscreen phone, the BlackBerry Storm. They had months, not years, to create it. Their solution was the infamous SurePress screen, a touchscreen that physically clicked down like a giant button. It sounded clever. It looked futuristic. It was a disaster. Users reported constant issues: laggy performance, freezing apps, broken screen click mechanism, keyboard misfires, slow accelerometer, frequent crashes, no Wi-Fi support on many models. Return rates reached up to 50%, one of the highest in smartphone history. Inside RIM, chaos erupted. Leaked internal emails revealed engineers begging for more time, complaining that deadlines were impossible, and warning that the phone wasn't ready. Executives shipped it anyway. Verizon, furious at the returns, pivoted away from BlackBerry entirely and began heavily promoting Android instead. The Storm didn't just fail. It pushed one of America's biggest carriers into the arms of BlackBerry's future rival. BlackBerry wasn't just losing ground, it was losing allies. If you're enjoying this deep dive into forgotten technology, consider liking and subscribing. It helps Signal Lost continue uncovering the stories behind the machines that shaped our world. Now, back to the fall of BlackBerry. Time period: 2010 to 2011. Then came the iPad, and BlackBerry rushed out its answer, the PlayBook, a sleek tablet with no email app, no calendar, no contacts app. Reviewers were stunned. Consumers ignored it. Retailers discounted it immediately. BlackBerry recorded a $485 million PlayBook write-down. Internally, morale collapsed. More engineers leaked stories of dysfunction. Leadership looked overwhelmed. The PlayBook wasn't a competitor. It was a confession. BlackBerry no longer understood the market it helped create. Time period: 2011. Then came the blackout. A server failure in BlackBerry's centralized infrastructure triggered the largest service outage in company history. For 3 days, millions of users across Europe, the Middle East, Africa, India, and North America could not receive messages. The very network BlackBerry claimed was its superpower became its downfall. Analysts estimated millions in lost productivity for enterprise customers. BlackBerry's stock slid 15%. Many loyal companies never returned. Time period: 2012 to 2013. BlackBerry attempted a full rebirth with BlackBerry 10 and the Z10, and the phone was genuinely good. But the app ecosystem was barren. Developers were long gone. Consumers didn't care. Sales collapsed. Returns increased. BlackBerry recorded a $934 million Z10 write-down. Then came lawsuits accusing BlackBerry of overstating demand and hiding return rates. This wasn't a stumble. It was a freefall. Time period: 2013 to 2016. Over 10,000 employees lost their jobs. Contracts with governments disappeared. Enterprise clients migrated to iPhones and Androids. BlackBerry's stock fell more than 90% from its peak. By 2016, BlackBerry's global smartphone market share hit 0.1%, a near total erasure. Time period: 2016 to 2020. BlackBerry made a decision few expected. They stopped making phones. TCL licensed the BlackBerry name and released Android devices with physical keyboards. Good devices, but nostalgia isn't a business model. Sales were low. TCL ended the partnership. The BlackBerry phone was effectively dead. Time period: 2020 to 2023. BlackBerry pivoted into cybersecurity and automotive software. Then, in January 2022, a quiet message appeared online. BlackBerry would shut down all remaining services for classic devices. Suddenly, old BlackBerries could no longer call, text, or use data. Some couldn't even dial emergency numbers. Fans posted mourning messages. Collectors preserved devices like artifacts. But the era was over. Not with applause, not with a keynote, but with silence. BlackBerry didn't just make a phone. It invented mobile email. It defined enterprise security. It shaped messaging culture before smartphones took over. It built the device that ran governments and corporations. Its rise was meteoric. Its fall was sudden. Its imprint is permanent. And somewhere in a drawer or a desk or a forgotten box, a BlackBerry still rests. Cold, silent, but unforgettable. Because before the iPhone reshaped the world, BlackBerry built it. Thanks for watching this cinematic deep dive. If you enjoyed this episode, consider subscribing to Signal Lost, where forgotten machines live again, even when the world forgets.